5 hours, 10 minutes. On top of the Arab container, the Russians' leader, Alexei Kazan, shouts out another command. Reload! 4 Russians, further along the container, unclip their spent magazines and rearm their weapons. More target practice until the last one dies. Alexei walks over to the side of the container and yells down. Mikhail, you lazy hound! Why do I still wait? A stout man, Mikhail Kazan, calls back. He will not move! He points his pistol at a quivering Arab. Make him, or do I have to come down there myself and put a bullet between his eyes? I am trying. Mikhail, you are a man who leans on the shovel while others do the work. Send him out, now! Mikhail mumbles to himself. And you, if Stalin had a crueler brother. What's that you say? Nothing. I talked to the Arab. Mikhail pushes aside a teammate who guards the last 2 remaining Arab prisoners. He points his pistol at the terrified prisoners. I have orders. One of you goes out next. Which will it be? Decide quick. Mikhail! Alexei shouts. Have patience, Alexei. They are stubborn. Patience is not for men of action, only for men of virtue. Give me another target, now! Alexei reaches into a ration box and pulls out a Nutro bar. He unwraps the energy supplement and chomps down on it, then spits it out. American shit! He tosses the remainder of the confectionery over the side of the container. Mikhail tells the 2 prisoners, one of you, he alternates his pistol's aim between the 2 Arabs, has to run, or I pull the trigger. Which of you will it be? The Arabs do not move. Decide. The Arabs cower. Mikhail! Alexei screams. Enough! Mikhail grabs one of the Arabs by his uniform and drags him to the side of the container. He shouts up to Alexei. He is ready! Send him! Let us hope he provides more sport than the last one. Let him go! Mikhail places the tip of his pistol between the Arab's eyes. Run or die. He pulls back the pistol's hammer. Click. The Arab bolts forward. Desperate to save himself, he runs fast. He sprints away from the container. He darts and races over the salt pan. First to kill him wins! Alexei shouts. On top of the container, 3 of the Russians fire a hail of bullets, but they miss the Arab. I have him! A Russian woman with a sniper's rifle lines up the fleeing man. Her aim and timing are perfect. Her bullet hits the Arab in the midriff. He falls to the ground wounded, then crawls over the salt pan. She reloads, shoots again, and kills him. Excellent shot, comrade! Here! Alexei throws the shooter her prize, another Nutro bar. He shouts down at Mikhail. Send the last one! Why must we kill them like dogs? Mikhail protests. He walks over to the last quivering Arab. Because they are worse than dogs. They are Arabs, not Chechens. They are the same. The Russian shooter points to something on the horizon. Comrade, look! Alexei picks up a pair of binoculars. What does she see? Mikhail asks. Another team, a Humvee, pink. Alexei looks out at the South African truck. Pink? Does it come toward us? No, it does not move. Is it alone? Mikhail is concerned. Alexei ignores him and concentrates on the pink Humvee. Mikhail tries again. Do you think we are safe? It is they who are not safe, Alexei says. We will pay them a visit after we finish our sport. He puts down the field glasses and reaches into the gray case. He pulls out a wad of $10,000 notes and throws the bundle down to Mikhail. We will raise the stakes with this one. Mikhail fails to catch the wad of money. It bounces onto his head, then lands next to his feet. He strains as he bends his round frame over and picks up the bills. He yanks the last Arab toward him and stuffs the money down the front of the man's sweat-drenched uniform. No, please, the last prisoner begs. Quiet, Arab. You have our money now. Our money. Mikhail points his gun at the man's head, drops his aim, and shoots at the ground close by. The Arab sprints forward and runs away from the gray container. Money falls from his uniform as he runs for his life. "Look, comrades! The Muslim thief steals our American dollars!" Alexei laughs. The man sprints past one of his dead teammates, sprawled on the salt pan. The Russians blast at the moving target. They all miss. "He gets away!" Alexei shouts. Another volley of shots. Another miss, and the Arab keeps running. He sucks in air. His eyes are closed. More dollars escape from his uniform. He pumps his arms and pushes his head back and screams, "Ya Hayati, my love!" He has not been killed yet. A glimmer of hope. He runs faster, farther away. He thinks, "I can live." Alexei picks up an M16 grenade launcher. He aims it toward the escaping man and pulls the trigger. Thud. The small bomb arcs over the salt pan and explodes 10 yards in front of the Arab. Several hundred metal shards of shrapnel cut into him at 1,000 feet per second and destroy him. The Russians put down their weapons, then stand and applaud Alexei. He smiles and takes their applause. "You see, comrades, the Muslim is weak. We are strong. There is only one rule here, survival of the fittest and of the strongest. Russian men and women are strong, and the strongest in the world." Mikhail climbs up onto the Russian Humvee, picks up the binoculars, and looks out at the South African Humvee in the distance. "It has not moved. It just stays there. They do not come." "Because they fear us," Alexei says. "Why do they wait?" "Relax, my fat friend. I do not like this." Mikhail looks worried. "They wait because they are unsure. They look for information. If they were strong, they would not hesitate to attack. That is why." All the Russians study the Humvee, 2,000 yards out on the horizon. Silence. Behind the Russians, someone coughs. Mikhail looks behind him. He sees Botha and 7 other South Africans standing 30 yards away. All their weapons are trained on the Russians. "Alexei?" Mikhail whispers. Then louder, "Alexei!" Alexei still watches the South African Humvee in the distance. "Patience, comrade. We will go soon enough." "No! Behind us, we have company." The Russians turn and look behind them. Botha smiles at them. "Do not do anything stupid, my friends, or you will sign your own death warrants." A young Russian man brings up his M16. The South Africans shoot and kill him. "Stop!" Alexei shouts. "No more!" The Russians hold up their hands in surrender. Alexei stands defiant, his hands on his hips. Furious, he glowers at Botha. Botha looks pleased with himself. "You have made a wise choice. For the young to die such a needless death is surely a waste. Listen to me and do not do anything you will regret, and I will allow you to live." "Who tells us this?" Alexei asks. "My name is Nick Botha. I am South African, and who do I address?" "Alexei Kazan, and I am—" "You are a murderer who should be shot." "Only one team can win." Alexei holds up the remote control. "You will have seen the same. I do not know why you are here, but I know that today you have to kill in order to live." "We are South Africans. We will win on our terms, and there will be no more executions." "Then what do you want us to do, if not to kill us?" Botha steps forward. He is relaxed. He stops at the foot of the container and looks up at Alexei. "I am here for our mutual benefit, Alexei." He studies Alexei's taut, muscular body. He admires it. It excites him. His eyes drift over the numerous white supremacist tattoos that glisten with sweat on the Russian skin. "Then talk to me, South African," Alexei says. Botha's gaze comes to a rest on one tattoo, the number 88. He takes a sharp intake of breath, stands to attention, clicks his heels together, and raises his arm toward Alexei in a Nazi salute. "Heil Hitler!"